Shelton City Manager Ryan Wheaton is on the phone after last night's City Commission meeting. Morning, Ryan.
Morning, Jeff. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
All right, a little tired, but good nonetheless.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about last night. There was you made a proclamation there, tendered your resignation, and the commissioners accepted it with direction to the city attorney on some 9 months of pay, 3 months of medical coverage. Talk to me a little bit about the reasoning here. Tell me what's going on.
I think that this is a good time for the city to look for new leadership. I worked with the commissioners yesterday, and we had some discussions around what my position looks like, and I think that this time offers them an opportunity to go in a different direction. I'm excited to see what happens with the election in February and April, and see what the city looks like under a council form of government. But like I mentioned, it just seems like the right time for them to bring in somebody that can push the city forward in a way that it needs to as they move into that 7-person council.
Commissioner McDowell had a list of things that you corrected her in, saying that we as a team completed. What are some of the things that you're most proud of over your tenure here?
I think that I'm most proud of the fact that we were able to take the work ethic that I saw from day one that the Public Works Department and the Police Department had, and we were able to bring that work ethic throughout the rest of the city, particularly in the leadership level. We promoted and brought on board some phenomenal individuals that I think had either been at the city in different capacity or came from other areas, and brought a work ethic to leadership that not only rebuilt trust throughout the community, but also rebuilt trust within our organization. That was one of the things that I heard most when I came on board. So I think that's the biggest thing, or the thing that I'm most proud about, is that internally that we were able to rebuild trust and bring the kind of work ethic that people in Shelton expect from the leaders of the organization. And then the other things that we're proud of, or I'm proud of, the staff completed are the projects that we did. We didn't take out any loans. We didn't move anything forward that we couldn't pay for, we couldn't get done on time. Public Works got projects done on time and under budget. We were able to do some very large-scale projects. We did the garbage contract with Mason County Garbage, which is a very sizable contract over 20 years. Proud of the fact that we were able to go out and get some grant money for transportation projects, and we're up over $3.9 million in the last year for projects that Craig and his engineering team were able to put together. We also established a communications program, and one of the things I jokingly mentioned to Andy yesterday is that it's been about 6 months since anybody complained that they don't ever hear from the city. We never quite got to the point where people complained that we communicated too much, but it's nice to know that we're able to talk to them now directly.
There has been just quite a lot of changes under your purview as city manager over your time, and seeing and reading some of the comments on our Facebook page regarding your resignation last night. Lots of folks are very saddened by the news, happy though with the work that you were able to facilitate, and again as they move forward. So you have 2 weeks left or so. What is in the store for you here for the next 2 weeks as you wrap things up and help with the search, I'd imagine, then for a new city manager?
Well, the next 2 weeks it will be business as normal for me in terms of making sure that I'm in there and getting things done, trying to make sure that the transition for the staff is a positive one, that they're ready to go, and that I know that their work never really ends, and they come into work every day and they just crank it out, and that's kind of the style that we've established at the city. So the things that we have in store, we're looking through some of the recruitments. We have a couple of those going. I'll make sure that I'm assisting Vicki in any way that she needs as that team looks to her for some leadership. But the nice thing is that we have leadership not only from Vicki, but from Chief Moody, from Mark, Craig, Nola. We have leadership throughout those positions and the director positions at the city. So making sure that the staff are okay, and making sure that I get around to every single staff member in the last couple weeks that I'm around to thank them for not only their hard work, but also for them giving me a shot to come on board and join their team.
Well, it sure has been nice talking with you over your time and bringing the good news of the work that you've been doing with the city to the listeners here on the Daybreak program. And if you ever have the desire to come on and talk more with us about things, the door's always open. I imagine now you take a couple days off with the family and then get back into work mode next week or so.
That's it. I appreciate it. As a kid that grew up in Shelton and listened to KMAS my whole life, going in and interviewing in the building was one of my greatest joys, so I appreciate it.
Well, it really has been really nice talking with you. Ryan, thanks for taking the time to call in and talk with me this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.